Because masters have to do things to cause an effect. That caused an effect in me. I couldn't stand there watching that woman tremble like that, but she was brave enough to fight the fear. And that pissed me off that all of the men in there looked at her like she was less. And that I was hurt. Who gonna speak up for her? Who gonna back her up? She right. It ain't like she telling a lie. It ain't like she wrong. She right. Who gonna back her play? They ain't gonna back her play. They let her down. I ain't gonna let them down. They gonna have to answer to me in the end. They gonna have to answer to me. And she gonna get everything she rightfully deserved for fighting that fear to speak up for all of her co-workers. They not gonna get away with it. No. And I tried to stay out of workplace politics because I didn't want to take over they regular people. I'm not trying to outshine them people. Let them, they hardworking people. They don't complain. They suck it up and do the job no matter how bad they hurt. I know my mama wouldn't like that. And if she seen me looking at this problem and nobody is coming with a solution, I know the solution to the problem and I don't say something, I become more part of the problem than the actual problem itself. So what happened? I said something. Didn't go too good. I told them exactly what the F was going on. Exactly. They tricked y'all like I told y'all in advance. And now y'all got this woman. She should be at home with her kids right now. She shouldn't even have to be here. Because y'all can't do y'all job right. She have to stop being mama. She had to stop being mama. That's why we hire y'all. That's why y'all get elected in them positions as union officials. And so women like that can take care of their children when they have to work. Some of them don't have to work. They want to work because that's part of who they are. They workers. At heart, they don't mind doing the work to accomplish their goal. They'll bust their butt to get what they want. And then I laid next to this sweet lady that I was dating, and she had carpal tunnel, went back to work, not fully healed, not ready to go back to work, and they want to give her a hard time. And they think I'm going to be good with that. Now, I already told this woman that she was so good to me, and she was my refuge from the treachery. She didn't even know it. That I was able to go there and find peace just long enough to go back into the cesspool of betrayal, backbiting, and backstabbing of people that claim they love me. I knew where the love was. I knew who cared about me. But I can't expose her to this dirt. She don't deserve it, and I'd be wrong for putting her in it. And I don't think mama would have appreciated me doing nothing of that nature. So I didn't do it. It cost me my relationship. That's fine. I'm good with that. Because I'm not here for a relationship. I'm here to develop into something more than what I was. I did that. I put the work in and I earned everything I got. Didn't ask nobody to help me. I asked my sister right under me and my oldest brother. They was the ones who provided my study materials for the entire time of my incarceration. They rolled out the red carpet for me when I came home. No strings attached. None. None. Not one string attached. It was straight from the heart. And they gonna get everything they rightfully deserve when I get this beast out the way. Anyway, everybody else that turned their back on me, talked behind my back like I was doing things I wasn't doing, falsely accused me of stuff my whole life since I was a little boy. And the ones that didn't want to get their butt whooped, that told mama I did it because they know I wasn't going to rat them out. So they tell mama I did it. So then I get the whooping. I can take it. I don't even got to cry about the shit, but I got to cry so she'll think that, okay, he had enough. And she won't overwork herself trying to make me cry. And because, I love my mama. I ain't going to never put more stress on her than I can, avoid putting on her. Anyway, so them the same ones that you read about when the Christ in the book say, them not my brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters, them over there who do the works of my mother and my father. Them, in other words, he was saying them unrighteous motherfuckers ain't got nothing to do with me. Them righteous ones, them the ones that's my brothers and sisters. The ones that actually care from the heart. They didn't ask for nothing in return. They gave freely of their own accord. And they continuously try to uplift me. But I can't do that. I can't let them, I can't just mooch off them because they care, because they love me. I can't use them or misuse them like that. You know, they allowed me to use them when I needed them. And when I didn't need them no more, I refused to use them any further because it converts into misuse at that point. And so everybody that done good for me, I'm grateful. And everybody that crossed me out, I know who every single one of you rotten bastards is, and y'all all day coming. Mark my words. My mama said it, and I'm telling you now. You rotten bastards gonna reap what you sow. You cannot get anything out of the garden that you don't plant. She said when you dig a ditch for one, you better dig 2 ditches, because you might fall in the first one yourself. They only digging 1 ditch. They're a damn fool. So we're going to watch it play out in real time, and I'm going to laugh, because you cannot continuously oppress the righteous, and the age has closed. Their reign of tyranny and terror is up. Now you know why there was 2 falls. Now you know that why there was a big bang. It wasn't in the middle of nowhere that created everything. It was only here that altered our reality. In other words, it projected a hologram out of a TV, or trapped a hologram in a TV, however you want to use it. And at this point, what we have to do is don't fall into the negativity. Don't fall into the baiting of you into foolishness. Because the evil one's trick is to bait you into violence, because that's his domain. He is the inventor of that stuff. We had love here. We didn't have hate. He brought that crap here because he turned off his right hemisphere. And everybody that in neuroscience know. You can ask any brain scientist under the electroencephalogram, does the brain change during spiritual experience? They're going to say yes. They say, okay, is there any way you can decide exactly what part of the brain changes during a spiritual experience? They'll say yes. Okay, well, tell me what part that is. He says it's on the right side of the brain, and it's called anterior gyrus. It's right here. And if you notice, if you raise your silver cord in knowledge, and you don't raise your gold cord in spirituality, you have a stroke. Now, under the old regime, if you raised your knowledge, tried to break the barrier, right, of knowledge, you end up like Stephen Hawking. And you died back then. They didn't save you with all of the machines they put on him. But they found a way to keep him alive to get as much information as they could. And you're right. I ain't worried about them. Look, they gonna self-sabotage. I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to do nothing but sit back and do what I'm supposed to do by the code of righteousness, and that's hold my peace. Mama said I don't have to tear it up this time, so I'm not gonna just come out here and call all these beings down here and tear this place up like I normally do. Because this fight is a long, long fight. And they told her, and before the dinner, what they wanted to leave. They said, we'll leave, but we want him. We want to see him suffer and die. If we see him suffer and die, and he can come back from that, raise himself up, he can have the kingdom. So, at the Last Supper, she came and she said, all they want is you. And they'll go. I said, I don't trust them. She said, the King of heaven and earth, the Most High God, said they gave their word. He will enforce it with the entire force of the Galactic Council. Y'all do not even know what that means. In human terms, y'all can't even wrap your mind around that in human terms. You have to be more than a human to even understand what that means. What comes is whole light beings. You can shoot them, but the bullet will go right through them. But when they swing that flaming sword, it will sever your ass in half as if it was a real sword. So it's written in your book that one of them slew 10,000 soldiers in one night. Think about that. One of them. I got 60,000 on deck. They flying in rotation on the fourth dimension. I brought them down here about a week ago and to clean the fourth dimension up so that now we can go in here with this 3D, get this stuff in order. So we all know what it's about now. This is the redemption. They told her that I wasn't going to be able to put myself back together through all of these ages. I did that. Every task they gave me, they can't I'm unfuckwittable. They already know. They can't do nothing but bow down and submit and get the gone. Leave my people alone. You're not going to keep corrupting these people. You're not going to keep oppressing these people and sucking their lifeblood out of them at your benefit to their detriment. That's not how we operated as humans. We sat down and broke bread together, literally. We ate off the same slice sometimes because we wanted to, because we cared enough about each other that it didn't matter that I shared my food with the child sitting next to me. That I went and fed an innocent person and he didn't have nothing to eat, so I gave him some of mine. That was normal. Now, you see somebody hungry, you walk right past them. Walk past them, and you have a bag of food in your hand. Won't even give them an apple. Won't even give them an apple. Because you automatically assuming that they up to some shenanigans because they don't got no food. That's wrong. How do you know what their life is like if you haven't lived it? Even if, I was reading this book called The Cave of the Ancients by Robert T. Livesang when he was talking about a beggar on the street. And he had spiritual sight at an early age, but it didn't make sense to him. He was only 12. He had to rationalize what he sees spiritually. He knew the guy was a faker, right? And he was making his living as a beggar, as a job, like panhandlers in New York. He turned and he asked his guru, he said, why is he faking and why are they supporting his fakery? And his guru laughed. He said, he understands he's faking. And he's understand that the purpose of his faking is to give them an opportunity to do a charitable deed. He said once they do this charitable deed, they feel good in their heart because they did something from the kindness of their heart. So the person that done it benefit by giving from their heart, and the beggar benefit by opening the channel to the heart for them to give. So just because you see a person that's making a living as a beggar don't mean he's worthless and don't mean he's a shyster. He might be doing you a favor. He might be testing your heart value. While you sitting there trying to judge him, you don't know nothing about him, he's testing your heart value. Do you have a heart of gold? And most of us, our heart of gold has been sealed by science. They call it black goo. By energy workers call it black goo. It's science. It's not, God didn't do it, science did it. Anyway, they didn't think that I would win. All you got to do is go to Pope Francis. Now remember, he's supposed to represent the Christ, right? He's supposed to be the highest, the highest, no, he said the closest living man to God is his title. The closest living man to God is the title of the Pope. And so what do? He said, Satan is strong and Jesus failed. Are you out your fucking mind? You know I'm going to come over there and snatch that symbiote out your goddamn head in front of all these people in real time on live TV. So you got two options. You can wait for me and keep taunting me and keep on doing them rituals you doing in the basement thinking I'm going to not know. All them babies you raping and killing down there and torturing like I don't know. And all them nuns you down there sodomizing and raping like I don't know. And them little altar boys you take down there, I know what you do to them. I know why you do it, you rotten bastard. All you rotten pedophile priests. I know what y'all doing. I don't care how many of you rotten motherfuckers it is. Y'all gotta go. You know, I seen a video of a priest, and I checked his background. I found this to be a real righteous Catholic. So it ain't Catholic in totality. It's a set of them. A specific set of them. They got a group within a group. And they do this dirt. They lay down this deception. Trace it back to its origin. 325 AD, the Council of Nicaea. The assembling of your 88 books in which they removed 22. It was really more than that. It was an entire library in Alexandria that they shipped over into the Vatican libraries and told you that they burned it down. They burned down the worthless writings of people's personal stuff. They did not burn down the most critical information because they needed it to try to stop the unstoppable, to try to resist the irresistible, to try to move the unmovable, but they can't do it. They ain't what I am. They not what my mama is. They know they can't do nothing with her. They know they can't do nothing with me. So here he is. I'm going through some pages yesterday, and right in my face, he gonna let them assemble a image of him in direct violation of what mama told them they can do. He know I'm gonna be pissed. That's why he done it. You ain't smarter than me. You might think you is, you little parasite. I'm coming. I'm coming. And then I'm gonna give that seat back to the Black Madonna, you rotten piece of shit. She gonna get her seat back. This year. Real soon. I'm coming. And I don't care if I have to come alone like I always do. I'm coming. You about to experience the wrath of Morpheus Hitler, the bitch nigga cleanser. And I'm talking about Pope Francis directly. He know who he is. He know what he did. I'm about to ethnic cleanse one motherfucker off earth. He don't need to be here. He don't need to be here. None of his pedophile priests need to be here either. Nor all of these corrupt, rotten motherfuckers he done turned out. Like prostitutes on the street corner. He done turned them out on this wicked shit. Got them so obsessed with the money that they can't do what's right. The money is not more important than your family. The money not more important than the children. The money not more important to the value in the social structure. But you stuck on that shit. Excuse my language, y'all, but to be politically correct in the face of oppression is to be politically compliant with the oppression. I ain't with this shit. I'm not with it. I know I'm not alone, sweetie. This time, they all know we got the kingdom. We bring righteousness back. Women get to be mothers, unobstructed. And the ones that want to work, they can work. The ones that don't want to work don't have to. You know, you got to have some that want to educate the babies. You got some that just want to work in the daycare. You got some that just want to be there during the gestation of the 9 months in the doula center. Then you got some that want to be in a little bit of it all. You got different people with different skill sets. And if you don't have the talent and the skill and the insight to tie all that shit together, you in the way. Lead, follower, get the fuck out the way. I'm coming, so I did my job. I did the investigation and the research. I know what's going on. I know the problem and the solution. I'm finna address the problem and implement the solution. You will not keep us held back no longer. Because this is what it sounds like when we ride on our enemies, motherfuckers. So I'm going to change the subject now that I got all of the fallout and the the second one, what they call a fall, because they try to slant that one as if it was something other than genetic cleanup. Men of renown, men of valor, exceptional males, double X males, cock damn diesel, mentally astute, spiritually adept. This is what we're talking about in the Genesis 6. 6 being the number of man. Anyway, so before I go, I see somebody I wanted to, and I ain't gonna tell y'all who this is for, because it's gonna hit home with a few different people, and they all might fit the description. I wrote a song years back about women, not just regular women, but phenomenal women. You know, the ones that can take that suffering and abuse and hold their head up high and still be a good mother. And they can be in the face of opposition and still be a good sister. You know? And